My name is Anthony Tumminello. I've been a professional trainer for over a decade now. I started off in college. I went to SUNY Cortland and I got a degree in exercise science. I was a strength coach for a minor league hockey team at first, and then I just started in the gym business. I've been training people ever since. I basically have been training professional athletes, NPC competitors, all types of people that any kind of goals that they need. I'm pretty much an expert at, as far as, you know, training, nutrition, and stuff like that. Just like anyone, I had to start at the bottom, but like I said, I've been doing this over 10 years now. I made a career out of it, and I absolutely love what I do. Bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is a lifestyle that someone chooses to live. It's a healthy lifestyle. At times it can be, I'm going to say, a little obsessing, but it is a healthy lifestyle that someone chooses to live. Bodybuilding specifically is building the body up, or the muscles or the physique, to an aesthetic way that someone wants to look. How I started, I was a strength and conditioning coach, but I also started learning the muscles in college, so it really became interesting to me. Then I started to apply it to myself. One starts bodybuilding or weight training or weightlifting specifically because they want to change the way they look. So that's the aspect of that. Once you start seeing the results of what the work that you're putting into, it becomes an addiction. Therefore, you know, it becomes a lifestyle on what you want to achieve. You know, physically, mentally, it also builds your confidence up. You know, when someone looks good, what happens? They feel good. So that's the basis of that. Specifically, when you're trying to build something called hypertrophy, which is muscle growth. Okay, like I said, there's all aspects of training or weight training itself. Hypertrophy is muscle growth. Hypertrophy is when your muscles actually break down, your muscle tissue, your muscle fibers, then they rebuild stronger and bigger. How many days a week? Depending on someone's schedule. Me specifically, I train 5 days a week, one muscle group a day. That's how I always, you know, saw the best results in hypertrophy, in muscle growth specifically. How you get bigger, stronger. 45 minutes, you know, in and out. People spend hours here at the gym, which is unneeded. One muscle group, 45 minutes to an hour, you should be done. Now, one muscle group I'm meaning is your legs is a muscle group, your back is a whole muscle group, your pectoralis, which is your chest, okay, your shoulders, and your arms. So right then and there, that's 5 days. Okay, now that's the old school way of doing it, but that is actually the best way. So recovery is the key to any type of bodybuilding or weight training, okay, or any workout specifically. Recovery is key. Like I said, when you work out, what happens? You break down your muscle, you hurt your muscle. Now what happens is your body has a mechanism and it tells itself, if he wants me to do this again, I gotta be bigger, I gotta be stronger, okay? So that's how the human body works. It rebuilds itself at recovery, rest, plus some supplementation or food. Every food has a purpose, so the food actually helps in recovery. So protein, and believe it or not, sugar, fast-acting sugar, which is fruits or carbohydrates, is good for the recovery. Why? Because you're hurting your muscle, you're breaking down all the tissue, all that stuff, the fruit, the protein, all that stuff comes and helps in aiding recovery. Okay? It helps it rebuild itself, so when you can do that again, it's ready for it. When people ask me about protein, what exactly does protein do? I don't know if people know that. Protein, without protein, you do not build or rebuild muscle. It's as simple as that. I always go to the analogy, you look at a tiger in the jungle, right? Or an elephant. Okay, what is more muscular, a lion or a tiger, or an elephant? Okay, a lion or tiger, why? Because all they eat is what? Meat, which is what? Protein. Got it? What does an elephant eat? Grass. All right, so you understand the concept of that. The basis of it, without protein, you're not going to build muscle. Now, to see results faster, what I like to tell people is you need about 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. Okay, now what does that mean? If someone is 150 pounds, okay, how much protein would they need to build muscle if they're training the right way? We're looking at about 200 grams per day. That's just a general way of thinking about building muscle. So then and there, that's actually how you would get a little bit higher results. You can't just work out, not eat. Work out, not eat. It has to be a combination of everything. Like I said, it's a lifestyle. So when you're working out, you're putting in all the work and you don't eat anything, you're kind of spinning your wheels. You want to eat as clean as possible. Okay, clean, what do I mean by clean? If I ask you multiple choice questions on what's good, Doritos, an apple, McDonald's, what would you pick? An apple, obviously. Why? Because it's clean sugar. It'll help you in recovery. Now, when you're bodybuilding specifically, or any kind of athlete needs to fuel the body with clean stuff. So you want clean carbs, clean protein, okay? And some fiber, which is greens, which is vegetable that helps digestion. So clean carbs, okay? There's no fat in carbs or anything like that. There's no saturated fat. There's nothing in that that's going to be wasteful, okay? So clean carb, what's a clean carb? You got your rice, you got your potatoes, okay? You got your clean pasta. I mean, I don't want an abundance of that stuff, but I want to know when and how to eat them to fuel my body for the lifestyle that I want to live. And then we talked about the protein, which is highly essential. Well, absolutely. If you take too much protein in, it is not healthy. It processes through the liver. Your liver has to be strong enough to actually digest all that or process all that protein. Depending on if you have any kind of health issues or anything like that, taking that amount of protein is not going to hurt you. But also, just remember what this is. This is water. Water helps you digest everything, helps you filter everything through the body. The body's made of a lot of water, mostly water actually. Okay, so if you're taking all that protein in, what also do you need to be doing? Hydrating yourself. Okay, so is it harmful to take way too much protein? Absolutely. It's harmful to take way too much anything. Okay, but if you're utilizing it right, you're living the lifestyle, you're actually serious about doing this, you're okay with it. Recovery is not just about the food or the nutrition that you intake, it's also about rest time. Rest time is important. The amount of sleep aids in your recovery when you're weight training. Okay, so you need to get good amount of sleep. If you don't sleep, you're not going to have energy to actually try to build a muscle, and you're not going to have energy to recover. So sleep is another big thing that you really need to focus on. Well, my recommendation, you know, when someone comes to Gold's or any gym specifically, obviously I'm going to say, you know, work with a professional so you learn the proper technique, just like anybody else would say. You know, when you first tried to ride a bike, okay, you had to be helped. You couldn't really, most people, you couldn't really get on and start pedaling. When you drove a car, same kind of concept. When I go to a mechanic, I don't know anything about cars. I ask that person for their expert advice. So it's the same concept. Work with a professional. They're going to teach you exactly what you need to do, programming, diet-wise, and plus it's motivation to keep you going. Okay? Without the proper motivation, you're going to get frustrated. You're not going to want to come anymore. Besides that, when you first start seeing results, that's what we try to teach, the lifestyle of this. The results equals the lifestyle on anything. Okay? If you're sitting here and you're wasting your time and you're spending hours here, you're not seeing what you want, you're not feeling good, you're going to hate it. All right? We will get you on the right path to achieve what you want. All right, if you want it. We can't force you to do everything, but we could steer you in the right direction. All right, guys, thank you. My name is Anthony Tumminello again. Any questions you have, I'm over here at Gold's Gym Islip. Also, you can contact me on the Facebook page, Method Training. I'm on Instagram also at AT Method Training, and the official page, the official Method Training, it's all my team of trainers, NPC competitors, pro athletes. The best way to contact me is via email. If you guys are serious about training, if you have any questions, I'm here at Gold's Gym Iceland.